Alrighty, first tutorial in Unreal 5. I'm gonna do I'm just gonna redo the first tutorial I did in Unreal 4 in Unreal 5 because I like the symmetry of that. That seems nice. So that is going to be using the Oculus, a virtual camera. Now, the Quest 2 does no, I've got the. No, it is a Quest 2. It doesn't work with Live Link, so we're not going to use that. So instead, I will be using the old method with Steam VR, because this is the Oculus. So to do that, if you remember from the first one, we need to disable the Oculus plugin. So untick the Oculus VR plugin, make sure Steam VR is enabled. Should be by default. You can go ahead and enable Take Recorder if you want. I think that's about it. So it is pretty much the same as what it was in the previous version of Unreal. It's nothing too different. Nothing different at all, really. So make sure Steam VR is running before you start. So I've got my headset and the controller running. It's fine. So what we're going to do is create a new blueprint. Actor. I'm going to call this our camera. Actually, you know what? I will improve upon the last one. Go ahead and create a pawn. And call this camera, track camera. That'll just save us all of 2 blueprint nodes. Go ahead and open it up. Here we go. Add yourself a cine camera to it. Cine camera, like so. Oh, there we go. On the event graph, what we're going to do is get tracked device position and orientation. We're then going to set actor, set world transform. Set world, location, and rotation. That works for me. Event tick into that one into that one, and that one into that one. Now, if you want, you can add a keyboard event like 1, and then do a get, you just type get tracked device IDs, and a for each node, for each loop. We're going to plug the array into there. We're going to print string, and we're going to print the array element. So, first things first, when we hit 1 on the keyboard, we are going to get all of the track device IDs and simply loop through them and print them to the screen. Once we know that, we can then change the device ID in here, and then that's going to simply relay the position and orientation and set our camera to be that. So we had in my previous tutorial a set view blend and a allow input. We don't need that because this is a pawn. Save and save. Now, if we drag it into our scene, like so, and I go like that. Actually, no, because I'm just going to spin this around. Oh no, that will get overridden anyway. Don't worry. So in here, I just want to, in the pawn, because we have a few extra things, all I want to do is auto possess player 0. That means it'll automatically set our view to this camera, and it's automatically going to allow us to use keyboard input. So if I hit play, and then hit on the keyboard, you see in the top left, we get 1. So that is the tracked ID. So if we place the ID in here, compile and save, and then hit play, and then if I somehow wear my headset, put the headset on, actually I think if I just cover the, there we go. Now, my shaky, shoddy camera work, and there. I'm a bit shaky and the quest isn't perfect. like that. So that's, in 4 minutes I did what my original tutorial took 15 minutes to do. Amazing. Alright, let's do 2 improvements. First of all, by default, I have to spin the controller back to front, because of the way my Quest is not calibrated. So I'm going to parent the cinema camera to an arrow. I'm going to spin the cinema camera 180 degrees, and then I'm simply going to tell it here to set the location of the arrow instead. That way I can have that offset. And then I'm going to do the very basic smoothing we did, which was a lerp transform, like so. Let us split these pins out. Split. Oh, I'm running out of room. I can do this compactly. So we're going from A to B. We're going to create a new variable, call this previous transform. Spelled terribly. Is there any other way to do it? Alrighty. Let's recombine these. Stick that into here. Get, yep, to there. Now, set this. Wrong button. There we go. Drag that into there. Put this into there. Put this into there. And we can then put that into there. Pretty sure that's how I set it up. Then all we need to do is get this, multiply it by a float and stick it into there. And this determines the smoothing amount. Now, if I've done this correctly, we should get a much smoother motion on the camera now. Something's happening. Alrighty, never mind, it was working before, I just was using the wrong controller, because we had hooked it up to the right controller, not the left. That'd be about right. Oh, there we go. Alright, now if I play... There we go. I think... VSync is off by default. Oh wow, it's coming through really badly on OBS. That is interesting. OBS doesn't say there's a problem. There just apparently is a problem. Alright, well it's working, even if OBS shows it being stuttery. Okay, I'll have to look into that. But, there we go. So, thank you for watching my first tutorial ever in Unreal 5. A tutorial of my first tutorial ever. Funny that. I'm probably going to be doing most of my tutorials in... It's terrible, that VSync. I don't know where the VSync thing is. I know there's a console command for it. VSync, is it to 1? No. VSync editor set to 1. Hey, there we go. Actually, does that make it smoother in OBS? Oh, it does. There you go. For some strange reason, VSync being off in the editor makes OBS pick it up really badly. Alrighty, well, another mystery solved. Thank you for watching, and I will make another tutorial.